Over the past several years, the United Nations Agenda 21 has stirred heated debate and action in communities all across the United States. One of the UN's principal adjuncts for promoting Agenda 21 is ICLEI, the ICLEI, which stands for International Council for Local Environmental Initiatives. It was founded in 1990 to push sustainable development. 2 years later, at the 1992 UN Earth Summit, that goal was enshrined in a massive document called Agenda 21, or Agenda for the 21st Century. Agenda 21 puts forth an incredibly complex and detailed regulatory regime for the entire planet. It is ICLEI's task to persuade local governments around the globe to support restrictions on energy use and economic development. ICLEI claims to represent over 1,200 cities internationally. However, as we've reported in the New American, ICLEI and Agenda 21 are now getting serious pushback from Americans. They are beginning to realize the dangerous agenda for control beneath the alluring labels about green environment and sustainability. Cities and counties around the nation have withdrawn from ICLEI over the past several months, and a number of states have introduced legislation to end or prohibit participation in Agenda 21. Last month, Alabama became the first state to ban Agenda 21. Alabama adopted a tough law protecting private property and due process by prohibiting any government involvement with Agenda 21. As participants in the Rio+20 summit began gathering in Rio de Janeiro this week, ICLEI was holding its World Congress in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Experts from CFACT, the Committee for a Constructive Tomorrow, were on hand and reported on some interesting admissions by ICLEI leaders. One of those admissions came from Huxley Lawler, who is the Executive Coordinator of Environment and Climate Change of the Gold Coast City Council in Australia, which happens to be an ICLEI member. Mr. Lawler told CFAC Executive Director Craig Rucker very bluntly that, quote, "We don't use the term climate change anymore, it's sustainable development," end quote. CFAC's website coverage of Rio+20 goes on to report that Rucker and CFAC staffer Abdul Kamara confirmed this in conversation with other delegates, including Paul Chambers. He is a sustainability manager for the Auckland City Council in New Zealand. Chambers said it is important to use inexact environment protection terminology when dealing with conservative governments, like the one he says currently heads his nation. As CFAC points out, this revelation by ICLEI World Congress attendees comes at a time when public support for global warming is weakening. It reflects a profound change in strategy by the proponents of climate action and world governance. It is also an admission that skeptics of man-made global warming continue to gain ground in shaping public opinion. That, of course, comports exactly with what the New American has been reporting. The ClimateGate scandals have exposed blatant scientific fraud by some of the most prominent climate activists. In addition, thousands of scientists have been speaking out against the extravagant claims of global warming. This has caused a very significant and welcome shift in public awareness and public opinion. We intend to do our part here to keep informing the American public on all of these vital issues.